And it's a hello and welcome from Johannesburg this evening, where they have the final game. Yes, the final game in these group qualifying stages of the road to the Basketball Africa League. The Elite 16 is what's at stake, and final three places going to be decided here in Division East. The hosts, the Cape Town Tigers, in the house, and they are taking on Matero Magic from Zambia. Now, this in the tail of the tape should be an interesting affair. Cape Town Tigers losing their opening game against New Star from Burundi, and almost relegating them to a 3-1 record. They were undefeated up to that point. Matero Magic getting in by virtue of their 1-3 record, but picking up a wildcard spot. They pushed New Star Burundi all the way yesterday evening, and today it's do or die for both teams. Winner takes all. The winner advances, the loser goes home. It's high stakes, and we are going to wait to see what happens. Now, I'm not alone. I'm joined by the mercurial Miss Nompobelera Ramatoga, but we have to have a look at Jalen Leroy from the Matero Magic.
Jalen Leroy has been a leader for this Matero Magic team, Q. He's their leading scorer, averaging 14 points a game.
He's not only a floor leader, but play makes, distributes the ball, and I felt just a little bit in that loss to New Star. Got to his points average in the first half, then went cold and quiet for the rest of the game. He was 6 of 14 from the field, and that's all around his average, shooting at about 40%. But he's got to come big if the Matero Magic are going to have any sort of say and pull an upset here, because it will be an upset if the host team loses or if the Cape Town Tigers go down. So you have to favor the side of this local home team. Now, as far as the Cape Town Tigers are concerned, a player that we've got to talk about, and new addition who's just come in, is that man Mike Kabongo. The Congolese-Canadian native has rejoined the Cape Town Tigers, and he's got some B.A.L experience.
Well, you know, without Ben Uzo, they're going to need him to play big as well. You spoke about his B.A.L experience, averaging 13.7 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists in the first B.A.L season. He
was also the assist leader in the 2021 B.A.L, so he brings some scoring. Of course, a 2011 McDonald's All-American out there in the US of A. The Canadian, like I said, but also 2011 Jordan Band Classic player, and he's hyped up, he's ready, he's come out here to make sure that we know that he's ready. But it's going to be fun and games as far as everybody's concerned, because high pressure stakes on the Cape Town Tigers, high pressure stakes on Matero Magic. They start out with Preston Gabriel, Prinsloo, Kabongo, and Kanapamo, and on the other end it's Ndalama who's going to get the start. Chona Leroy alongside Maue and Spoikan Ngoma.
So part of what's going to be important tonight for the Tigers is Captain Peter Prinsloo has got to show up. Peter Prinsloo, who usually averages a double-double, only had 9 and 9 in the previous game.
Kabongo is going to get his first touch for the Tigers here on this out of bounds. Kanapamo. Kabongo fakes. Feeds out. A zone being shown here by Matero Magic. Kabongo, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Feeds to Gabriel, who's open. Rebound is wrestled away by Chongo Chona and tapped into the hands of a teammate. Now it's Leroy.
These teams very evenly matched on the rebounding battle, both averaging 38 rebounds a game.
Kabongo sees Prinsloo. Prinsloo kicks out to Preston. The dribble penetration is well guarded by the two smaller guards of the backcourt, Maue and Spoikan Ngoma.
You can see just by looking at them how much physically bigger and more dominant this Tigers team is. And I wonder if that's going to play a role in tonight's rebounding.
Well, the Magic still have some fantastic low post players that are on the bench. Douglas Kandulu has got size and rebounding presence, and we'll have a look and see how they use him. Preston drives. Looked like there was some contact. Gabriel will pick it up. There's a call made as they call a shot clock violation. The shot attempt by Preston was blocked, but the possession didn't change, so the referees just ruled shot clock violation and turnover committed, and we keep it going. Leroy. Maue. Ndalama's calling for it. The shot comes out of the hand, and now there's a call as Gabriel and Ndalama got tangled up underneath there.
Gabriel just going a little bit too hard trying to get the possession there.
And we've seen this trait, because Gabriel tends to pick up early fouls. He's got to stay on the floor because they need that 6'11" presence in the paint.
They absolutely need him to stay on the floor, Q. He's the most experienced post player they have.
Magic inbound. Chona looked like he lost his footing. One thing he did do is lose the ball, and that goes out of bounds. So
Looked like a bit of extension there from Peter Prinsloo. I'm quite surprised the referee didn't call the foul.
they get the no call, and yep, that's a turnover in the first one of the game for the Magic. Prinsloo fires and hits, opens the scoring from downtown.
Good to see him get going early.
Mawe, wrestled away by Gabriel, gets a hand on. Chona, and now a call.
Seems to be an issue with the shot clock.
The foul is on number 8. Oh, just not certain which way they made their goal. Guess we'll get clarification just in a second. I think it's more that you're right, the time on the shot clock that they're talking about. So they're taking it back up to 15.
You can tell from the physicality and just the words being exchanged by the players that this is going to be a tense affair.
This is winner takes all basketball. Win or go home. And this is not Cape Town Tigers' resident city, Johannesburg. Neither is it for the Matero Magic, who are out of Lusaka in Zambia. Leroy. The drive in. Chona just left-hand layup trickles out.
He did a great
Kabongo.
job, though, to get by Peter Prinsloo.
Ngoma strips him. Great recovery by Ngoma. No-look pass. And that layup goes over. Ganapamo then draws another one out of Spoikan and Ngoma. Team foul number 2 to Matero Magic. First one on Ngoma. There's lots of tension in this arena, understandably so. Kabongo.
Someone's B.A.L. dream will end tonight.
Preston shoots and hits, and Mr. Fantastic gets his first from downtown.
He did a lot of heavy lifting in that loss on Tuesday night.
Ngoma from deep. The rebound falls away, but Gabriel there to clean up, and Chona, third team foul, first one on him. It's physical. It's going to be physical, and this is also a trait of African basketball. This is all to play for.
But you love to see Chris Gabriel just getting physical from the onset, trying to assert himself in that paint area.
Kabongo drags the no-look pass inside. Gabriel fakes, and then call for the travel. Maybe a little shuffle while that fake happened. Jason Leroy. Maue. Round the double screen. Leroy. They're calling it tight, the referees. They call the extension from Ganapamo. He'll pick up his first. Second team foul to the Cape Town Tigers.
And that hasn't been something we've seen a lot in this round of the competition.
No, they've actually let it flow. There's just certain stages that they've called it tight. Ganapamo tries to steal. Leroy's left wide open off the miss, and he knocks down the first 3 of the game for the Magic. Kabongo. Kabongo!
Coast to coast by Kabongo.
A steal. Now Mike Kabongo. The pass doesn't go to hand as Prinsloo is cutting in the paint. And Mike Kabongo is having an immediate impact, especially on the offensive end, just controlling the basketball.
But he just got a little bit carried away with the momentum of the game there and picks up the foul.
Thought maybe that was the right pass into space, the cutter, just behind the player. Nonetheless, picks up a personal foul. Ngoma has hit one. Shona just can't keep it alive as the momentum takes him over the baseline. On the rebound, going to be Cape Town Tigers basketball.
I wonder if we're going to see the Matero Magic coaching staff employ the same strategy they did last night, and that was to throw a lot of bodies on the floor.
They also threw a lot of different looks at the new star team. Kabongo sees Prinsloo, fades, doesn't go, and Gabriel's there to clean up.
Good job by Chris Gabriel to get that to go. Just on second chance opportunities, the Cape Town Tigers get about 13 a game compared to the Magic's 3.3.
Leroy drops off for Ngoma. Mawe. Outside they go. Ngoma. Step back jumper. That one doesn't go. And Gabriel goes to ground, but the ball.
It is choppy between these teams.
And there's high physicality in the paint. Now some substitutions. Ngoma will have to take a break. Banda comes in. And also the veteran, Sumukwela Lubinda, on the floor for Spoika and Ngoma. Banda just a little bit more offensive-minded. Still got long arms and a wingspan. 10 plays 3. Enthralling first 4 minutes here in this winner-takes-all affair. Preston. Gabriel has been good on the boards. Controls. That's his 4th rebound. Kabongo drives in, dishes. Gabriel is wide open. Couldn't hit the short-range jumper. There's a scramble for it, and Preston goes to ground.
It'll probably be a shot clock violation though, Q, because that Gabriel shot hit nothing.
Well, I think because it was 50-50, they do call it, and you're absolutely right. Shot clock violation. First substitution as Chris Gabriel goes off the floor. Giving them nice work, 4 rebounds, 2 points.
And
Here comes Miguel Farao. Ndalama working against Prinsloo. Panda who fires. Ganapamo picks up the rebound. Ganapamo in the open floor. Prinsloo catches and shoots in transition, hits.
Peter Prinsloo.
He can knock it down at high volume from the outside. He's a 35% three-point shooter.
And Ganapamo's going to pick up his 2nd foul there as we see him get called for a handshake.
It's the 2nd time he's called for that handshake. So that puts him in a spot of bother. It wasn't called on Ganapamo.
You're right, it looks like that got called on Miguel Farao.
Ndalama underneath. And the wingspan there of Miguel Farao.
It's a good job by Miguel Farao to guard that paint. You know, usually he doesn't traditionally play as a big man, and they've used him in that way today, and it looks like it's starting to work out.
Now more changes by both teams. As Zulu, Sylvester Samangumbe come in, and Leroy and Mawe head to the bench. And we're also going to get our first bit of minutes for Letokonolo Tulu. It's Ganapamo given his first break. 10-point lead for the Tigers. It's Farao. Tulu driving baseline kicks. Preston thought about it. Inside he goes. Kicks out. Prinsloo has so much time. Nails the jumper. Another long-range bomb.
Captain Peter Prinsloo came to play today. He is trying to make sure his Tigers team has a chance.
Quick shot by the Magic. And the scramble for the rebound, last touch. They call of Panda, so it's Cape Town Tigers 16, Magic 3. Kabongo. Immediate impact again, must be said. Driving in.
Yeah, they look like a different team with him here.
To Tulu. Thinking about his options, gets it from Prinsloo. Drives in. Tulu, left hand!
Great job by Letlono Tulu to get to the rim there and finish right off the glass.
15-point differential now. The Magic have not had an answer. The drive in. Shot is contested. Quickly up the floor. Go the Tigers. Kabongo. Prinsloo is open. Goes again. And he can't hit that one.
Definitely a heat check.
Wouldn't have bet too much against it. Zulu quickly on the reply. Long rebound to Prinsloo. Tulu. Tulu drives in. Had the option on the outside, but went to draw the contact. And Letlogonolo Tulu gonna get the chance to shoot some free throws. The timeout comes, and it goes the Magic's way, and it's been one-way traffic as far as the Cape Town Tigers are concerned. They've held the Matero match to just 3 points in 7 minutes of gameplay. So at this timeout, it's Cape Town Tigers 8, the Magic 3. So out of that timeout, it's 18 plays 3, biggest lead of the game, 15 in this 12-0 run.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic 12-0 run. And you know what's really played into that, Q? I spoke a little bit earlier about the rebounding numbers and how evenly matched these teams are on rebounds. Right now in this first quarter, absolutely lopsided. The Tigers have 15 rebounds and Matero Magic only mustering up 4.
It's gonna be a factor. Letlogonolo Tulu at the free throw line. He nails the first. Splits the pair. The rebound comes out back to Tulu, who controls. Harrington is in. Farao.
We've seen Kabongo go to the bench as well.
Couldn't get by the defense, but Preston draws the foul from Panda. And that was just a broken play that Billy Preston able to capitalize on.
Just a lot of tenacity being shown by this Tigers team, getting off to the rebounds, going into the paint and really trying to get shots up inside.
We spoke about that 20-point outing from Billy Preston. He averages about 15 a game in this competition. He had a 20 and 10 showing against New Star of Burundi in that 10-point loss. Missed both. Farao couldn't hold, and it scrambles out of bounds.
And you know, just on that, and the Tigers trying to get the ball inside, they averaged 38 paint points in this competition.
Kanapamo gets a touch on it, strips Zulu, he feeds up, and questionable whether he could have gone for the drive, but throws it up to Preston, looking for the highlight play. They do get another foul on Banda. And that's that read when Banda coming back, Preston just ahead of it. I guess the outcome is either you got to get a bucket or you got to go to free throw line, and free throw line it is.
And they'll like that. They'll like being able to put Banda on the bench for the remainder of this quarter.
Preston had an empty trip last time down. This is, of course, the 2017. So there's two guys that have been in the McDonald's All-American game, and the Jordan Brand Classic, and Billy Preston, the other one. He's a little bit younger, so 2017 he was out there. Listed at 6'11", and substitutions happening here as I think we'll see Banda go. Kandulu comes in.
And Samusa Mtembu coming in the game for Preston Junior.
Zulu. Driving. And we've seen that call consistently.
Yeah, and you know, as a player, you've got to adjust. You know, the refs aren't going to call it the same every night, but when you see them calling something consistently, you've got to make the adjustment.
And it's really just the arm extension and the touching as on the ball handler that's being picked out. Now Zulu went to ground, is just limping just a little bit, so another forced substitution as Kainda comes on in for the Magic. Meanwhile, it's the veteran Samukwelo Lubinda at the free throw line, and finally just a chance to make some inroads and just break that scoring run from the Cape Town Tigers.
I'm really fascinated by the fact that the Matero Magic have not gone with the same game plan as they did last night. It really kept them in the game for a long time with the new stars.
Miss on the second one, Tembu rebounds. Now Tulu gets by. Ganapamo is open. The shot is short. Kandulu on the rebound. Ganapamo's right back. And that's some good use of the body, but they call it illegal as Sylvester Samungumbe just clears out a little bit with that right arm. And that referee picks that up and calls it.
I mean, the refs are calling it tight.
They are, and you just want to make sure that it's called on both ends. So now, even more substitutions. Myberg in, Miguel Farao off.
We didn't see a lot of Ben Myberg in that first game that they played against New Stars.
He came in late in the fourth quarter, so just different looks all the time. Tulu to Harrington. Harrington hands off to Ganapamo. Ganapamo back out. Harrington drives in the extra pass, and nice ball movement.
And Mukola Bai just did a great job to come across there, and you see that block at the peak on Samusa Mtembu.
Mukola Bai is left-handed and lanky. Gets up on that one. Ganapamo off the pick, hits the jumper.
Beautiful mid-range jumper there from Evans.
Ahead of the play, Samungumbe. Dribbles. Tembu sends away. Now Makulabai tips the shoulder, can't get in there. Now again cleaned up by Samusa Mtembu.
Samusa Mtembu just doing a good job to time those shots and send them back.
Tulu kicks to Myberg in the corner, hits the three.
Ben Myberg gets his opportunity to play and capitalizes.
That's his role. Straight up three-point shooter. Now a 22-point game. Kandulu over Mtembu, who challenges the shot. And Harrington can't keep alive, and that goes out of bounds. Looking like a different Cape Town Tigers team altogether. Well, Could also say the same about the Magic.
Yeah, just one in a positive light and the other going in the opposite direction.
Makulebai against 3 defenders. Tulu. Yep. Trying to get away with it, but it's that double dribble.
If you're the Matero Magic, you go into halftime. You go into the end of the first quarter with the score this lopsided. What's the game plan?
Your game plan is score the basketball. Kandulu misses. Karapamo on the other side. Harrington stepped out.
And you don't want to see that back-to-back turnovers for the Cape Town Tigers in some empty possessions.
Not at all, and Harrington averaging about 10 a game. Shooting it at 44% on the interior. Samungumwe! Much needed score. Just to give the Magic just a little bit of hope. 26 plays 7. Back under 20. Tulu drives, goes to ground. Kainda is ahead of the play. Samungumwe, Makulepai, blocked! Strong defensive play, and that's a highlight defensive play to close out the quarter, and really Kainda was ahead.
Kanapamo just did a great job. You see the ball rotating there, and he comes all the way across from the weak side to send him packing.
That is big-time defense, almost fearless Evans Kanapamo. And it's been a defensively minded quarter because Matero Magic limited to 7, Cape Town Tigers 26, and it's the end of the first. Well, the second quarter about to get underway, and the Cape Town Tigers have led by as much as 22. Their largest scoring run is 15. The stat sheet doesn't make pretty reading for pretty reading if you're a fan of the Matero Magic. They shot at 9.5% on 21 shots on the interior in that first quarter.
And you see the Cape Town Tigers not wanting to take their foot off the gas and going back to their starters.
Wow, Kandulu in. Picks up the rebound. Now we're going to try and work against Gabriel. Lupinda. Samungumwe. The long 3. And it bounces up and out. Kabongo back in. You mentioned all 5 starters in. Preston. The feed goes to Gabriel. Kabongo is open. He makes the pass to Preston, who still has so much time. Even though the pass doesn't go to hand, he makes the 3.
Mr. Fantastic. That's what they call Preston Jr.
8 points now for Billy Preston Jr. The Cape Town Tigers just red hot from three-point land. Spin in, Makulebai. Can't control. Kabongo. Speeding ahead. Throws up. Thrown down! Connects the aerial route with Mr. Fantastic and now almost steals it.
Kabongo putting on a show, letting everybody know he's back and he's ready to go back to the B.A.L.
Different team right now as Cape Town Tigers are fired up. 31-7. And it all comes here. Kabongo speeding up the floor, sees Billy Preston, who skies for the two-handed flush. Leroy back in for the Magic. Chongo. Now Kantulu on the other end. And that is nice passing again. And that's the kind of statement you want to make on the other end after the dunk happens on your end.
You want to say that anything you can do, I can do too.
Couldn't have said it any better. Kanapamo up the screen is long, and it's still Gabriel gets called for those fouls. Just pushing and arms and hands in there. Referees have been very, very consistent on those calls.
Yeah, and you know, we spoke about it earlier, the same thing with the handshake. It's really the responsibility of the players to realize what the referees are calling.
Cape Town Tigers 6 of 10 from the outside. Now they call another one on Gabriel. That's going to be his third. They're going to have to substitute in.
That's unfortunate for Chris Gabriel and his Cape Town Tigers team.
Hasn't had much time, only 6 minutes on the floor. Off he goes with 3 fouls. Samusa Mtembu back in and forced substitution. Kandulu was in the act of shooting, so he'll go to the free throw line. Kandulu looks just about over 7 feet. Has high levels of mobility, and he has a soft touch out there at the charity stripe. We talked about different looks, and you can see the adjustment here. Magic are going to push up on the Tigers. Kabongo. Prinsloo.
Kabongo just doing a great job of directing traffic there, but Prinsloo turning it over.
Inside again, blocked by Prinsloo after he turned it over. And they're just having a chat. Tigers trying to figure out what went wrong on that one. Chongo to Leroy. Leroy pulls the jumper and hits. Magic won't lie down. Fight back possession by possession.
Both these teams have worked really hard to get to the stage. And you know, both of them really want to see themselves still having a chance after tonight.
Kanapamo baseline jumper falling away, hits one.
Great composure from Kanapamo for such a young player.
Tough shot, gets it to go. Leroy, his free throw line jumper is cleaned up by Kabongo on the miss. They have numbers. Tigers to Preston is open. Tad strong on that. It's kept alive by Kandulu, but Kanapamo is there to steal. Prinsloo fakes, shoots and hits another one. Red hot so far for Peter Prinsloo. That's his 4th three-pointer.
He
4
is
of 6. Lupinda's shot cleaned up by Prinsloo. Kanapamo hesitates, drives in. That looked like some contact, and yeah, they make the call.
That whistle came a little late and had the players already getting up off the bench to appeal for the foul. As you see there, he goes inside and just little too much contact.
Samungumbwe, I think, is going to get whistled for. He looked like the last guy to get the touch on it. And For every little bit of light that the Magic see, the Tigers have just had answers. Billy Preston, 10 points. Peter Prinsloo leads all with 12.
He is 80% from beyond the arc.
Putting on a show. Ganapamo. First trip to the free throw line. They've been at about 50%, so a substitution there as Prinsloo heads off. Harrington in. Garapano makes the second. Leroy. Ngoma sees it opening. And yeah, Harrington just a tad late. And that really just made by the screen. And Ngoma saw an opening and a path into the paint.
Yeah, it looked like Harrington's focus was all the way on the weak side, and you see they coming over just a second late and picking up the foul.
No communication around the screen, and so Evans Ganapamo heads to the bench again, and back in comes Peter Prinsloo.
If Tigers are going to keep this lead, they've got to keep the defensive pressure up. Already the Magic have scored the equivalent of what they scored in the first quarter.
Well, we couldn't expect the Magic to stay at 7 throughout, and the game is going to loosen up just a little. Ngoma, though, empty trip. Kabongo. Controlling everything.
And
Please, Harrington.
You can see now they're just playing a bit of a higher zone defense. Looks like a 2-1-2.
And it's a game of cat and mouse, but that's a poor pass by Harrington, and unforced turnover, really. Leroy feeds off to Ngoma. Leroy. And that's rather Ngoma. And so Billy Preston called.
Kabungu's going to have to do a great job of settling his team as the Magic throw the different defenses.
First foul on Preston, fourth Tigers team foul. Ngoma had an empty trip the last time down, so already a better outcome, and it's got to convert. Is known as a three-point specialist, and he understood that he can knock down. One of two Tembu skies.
And now the Matero Magic back in that full court press.
Harrington looking at options. Prinsloo fakes, and it's a foul on Jason Leroy. Only the second foul for the Magic in the second quarter.
They've done a much better job being disciplined in this quarter on both ends of the floor.
Kabongo to Harrington. Prinsloo from way downtown, missed everything, and Tembu tries to keep it alive. It's read by Kandulu. Leroy can't control. Kabongo is going to take a shot. That one no good. The pass ahead, and easy one for Chona.
This Tigers offense just doesn't seem to be handling the different defensive looks.
Kabongo cross-court pass. Preston. Tembu sets the pick. He'll get it back. Working. Fades. Back iron. Now Spoiker and Ngoma. Samunkumbwe can't hold. Fakes and drives in. Back out to Ngoma. Some work and some defensive work on the rotations there to get the steal. Preston inside out. Preston steps and skied high. Kandulu reached out timeously to draw that foul.
Preston trying to put Kandulu on a poster there. Gets the crossover and climbs and heads himself to the free throw line.
6'11" versus 6'11" or 7 foot, and Preston draws the foul. You have to love that aggression. Well, timeout here. Cape Town Tigers still 20 points up, 37-17. (37-17) the score. Wembley Arena, Cape Town Tigers in the ascendancy. Billy Preston, Mr. Fantastic, with these 10 points at the free throw line. He has struggled just a little bit from the charity stripe. 2 of 5 before, well, on that miss. Tembu with the touch and the tip in on the Preston miss, and being rewarded for high levels of activity.
Awesome timing from Tembu.
Ngoma. The drive in, and there's a foul called again. Maue. That Prinsloo in front of him.
Definite push from the side there by Prinsloo. He was just late. You know, that first step got him going in the opposite direction. And after that, he was trailing the play.
Well, it's the 5th Cape Town Tigers foul, and there's more substitutions now as Billy Preston Jr. heads off. Miguel Farrar in. And the referees have been very consistent on those reaches and touch fouls across. They're not allowing much contact from the arms or from the hand. And we've seen that on both sides of the floor. Free throw struggles just continue.
Matero only scoring 4 of 9 from the free throw line.
Kabongo feeds Harrington. Harrington drives. Contact, and he can't score.
And his teammates rush over to go and get him.
This is an aspect that Harrington has got to utilize a little bit more. He's athletic, going to the rim, and it's tough to score with Kandulu patrolling the paint, but, you know, does draw the contact, so he'll get a chance to go to the free throw line.
Jared Harrington yet to get on the board.
62% free throw shooter.
And there you have it, his first points in this contest.
Gets to the line an average of 3 times a game. So that's a stat that he'd like to see increase just a little bit. Out of Albany State.
And he's got to do more of that, Q, just attacking the paint.
Makes both. More changes. a holding foul on Harrington, and it's called unsportsmanlike and intentional, which means it's going to be possession plus 2 shots. Also Harrington's third. And it's moments like this where momentum can be seized just a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely plays like this where you have an unnecessary foul that leads to points for the other team.
Leroy makes the first, and he's got a chance now at that free throw line. 7 points so far. He makes both. The Magic with a chance to just bring it back within 20. Leroy sends away. Mawe, Chongo, Ngoma. Inside they go. Panda's back in. The shot by Ngoma. Prinsloo picks up the rebound. Into the hands of Harrington. Kabongo's ahead of the play. Kabongo feeds behind, looking for Mthembu, just couldn't connect on the pass.
Yes, the Musam Mthembu just struggling to hold on to that fire pass from Kabongo.
He's added just a sense of control and ball distribution that just seemed to be lacking against New Star.
And we're no longer seeing that second half play that we saw in the last game.
Tap in. Kabongo to Harrington. He'll catch, shoot. Back iron. Ngoma back the other way. Mawe drives and nice transition bucket.
The pace of this game is quick. Both these teams getting up and down the floor.
This shot turns to offense. Free. That's Farao out to Harrington. Off the pull-up dribble. Knocks down the jumper. Four points now for Jared Harrington. Leroy crosses over. Time, space. Front iron. Kabongo the other way. Prinsloo comes for the screen. Pass to the baseline for Rao. Fires quickly. His shot just doesn't go down.
And Farao.
The drive by Chongo. Harrington. Kabongo draws the foul out of Leroy. That's just smart play.
That's Leroy's second. You see him just reaching across there and catching the hand of Kabongo before he's able to go to the rim.
It made it so difficult to read which way he was going to go. And Leroy just caught and thought the best option here is to foul hard so that Kabongo ends up going to the free throw line. Both teams are in the penalty at 5.
He had to make him earn it.
Maiberg in. More substitutions. Lebo Hang Mofokeng switches in for Mthembu. .147 left in the first. Kabongo knocks down the free throw.
Kabongo really a player that not just in his play tries to get his teammates involved, but he's always interacting, always talking to them, you know, and always encouraging.
It's been very vocal, made both of those, and now switches out for Letlogonolo Tulu. 24-point game. Leroy for the Magic. Makole Bai back in. Spoika and Ngoma. Panda. And I'm going to say it again, touch foul, but consistently so.
And that's what we've been saying. The Cape Town Tigers players are just not adjusting to what the refs are calling.
Just a tad bit late coming out, and it's a bailout call or a bailout foul. Tulu picks up his first. Spoikan Ngoma. 1 of 6 from that free throw line before this trip. Gets one, but can't make the second. Tulu. Myberg calling for it. Back out to Tulu. The pick comes from Farao. Goes in, loses his footing. Jump ball called.
That's an interesting call for a jump ball. He just came over the body of Tulu and reached into his hands.
We have another look. Lost his footing, went to ground, and I think fair enough. Fair enough. Could have gone the other way with the contact over the top, but call comes, the pass into Farao. And I think there's a contact call again.
And now they get the foul call, so.
The touch foul comes from Mawe.
And he just came from behind there to catch Farao.
The one thing you do like is that it's consistent. Both ends are being called the same. Farao now at the free throw line.
Absolutely. You have a look at, and both these teams should be able to make the adjustment because of the consistency.
He also splits the free throws, 1 and 1. And then in the scramble for the basketball, last touch of Mofokeng, so Matero Magic will hold. It's the final 70 seconds of this must-win game for both the Magic and the Tigers. Makulebai, cross to Ngoma. Ngoma falls out and a push foul, and given the way the refs are calling this, you can sell that foul.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I don't think there was that much contact there from Mayberg. But as we have a look, it was a touch, Q. And you're right, he did sell it though.
The Academy Award does go to Spoikan as he heads to the free throw line.
He's rewarded
He got
for his efforts.
He got the reward for the efforts. Sometimes being a salesman is a good thing. Splitting the free throws, he's struggled so much from that charity stripe. Tulu, Kanapamo. Elbow jumper. It's back iron now. Spoikan Ngoma. Long strides. And they going to. I'm waiting to see if they call the continuation, but Ngoma should actually get the continuation and does. And so
a look of shock on the face of Miguel Farao. He cannot believe that he got whistled for that foul.
got to keep the hands straight up. 30% for Spoikan Ngoma from the free throw line. He's gone there 10 times already. 36 seconds, all that remains.
He's got to do a better job from there.
Gotta.
If you're going to go to the free throw line as much as this man does, you've got to do a better job knocking them down. And there he does.
Converts. The thing is, they always talk about 40, 50, 90, or 50, 40, 90. It's got to be around an 80. We can accept the 70, but not a 30. Myberg, in, floats it up. Mawe. Finals, 20 seconds. Makulebai, hanging. Tulu for the Tigers now. Sees Ganapamo. Mawe reads the pass. That was some contact for sure, but they let it go. Leroy, final 5 seconds. Leroy, free throw line extension and another foul call. Lebang Mofokeng.
We've spoken about consistency, but as the play got frenetic, a lot of foul calls were missed. Well, not a lot, but there were a couple of
Yeah, I think
heavy-handed defenders.
for that last little period of play, consistency went out the window, but it does help the cause of the Magic. Now Leroy, again he's splitting the free throw, and the 1-and-1 count for the Matero Magic from the free throw line has hurt them just a little bit as they're 10 of 18. But what hurts them even more, I think, will be the scoreline as it currently stands, because after 2 quarters of play, it's the Cape Town Tigers 46, Matero Magic 27, and we have 20 more minutes of enthralling basketball. At the end of this, one stays, one goes home. halftime here at the home of the basketball in Johannesburg, and it is Elite 16 in the final group game of H1 qualification to the road to the Basketball Africa League. And right now it's the Cape Town Tigers who are in the ascendancy. 46 plays 27. Matero Magic struggling in that first quarter. 26-7 was the first score, but they came out a little bit more lively in the second quarter, and the stats starting to show that, but there's a lot that they can work on, Mpumi.
Yeah, absolutely. And core to that is finishing on the inside. You see the 2-point percentage there at 18.8. I mean, they've doubled it from the first quarter, but still, they've got to get some consistency going on the inside scoring.
The free throw line has not been too great for both teams, both shooting it at around 50%. But as far as individual performances go, it's been Peter Prinsloo who's been lighting it up from the outside. He leads all scorers with 12 points. Billy Preston Jr., Mr. Fantastic, with his 10 points. The impact of Mike Kabongo may not show on the stat sheet so much when you look at it in terms of just his 2 points and 3 assists, but he's done a fantastic job orchestrating and being a floor general and just being an all-around commander. The other thing that I think really sticks out is how difficult it's been for the Matero Magic on the inside. That 18% on 4 of 22 on the interior has just been activity and rotations that were not missed, and a big difference from what happened in that opening game against New Star.
And we've got to call attention to the rebounds. 40 Cape Town Tigers rebounds in that first half.
Only 18 for the Matero Magic. Also 8 offensive rebounds as far as the Cape Town Tigers were concerned. And they do have some foul trouble concerns because that man right there, number 42, Chris Gabriel, had picked up 3 personals. And the other guy with foul concerns who's not coming in is Jared Harrington. As far as Matero Magic, they have a host of players on 2 fouls apiece, but that won't bother them too much. Samongumbwe, Mawe, Leroy, Panda, and Kandulu all have those fouls. While it's Leroy to pick up the pieces here for Matero Magic, the game far from over.
A lot of basketball still to be played. We're 20 minutes before someone has to go home.
Kabongo steals and converts on the easy too. Setting the tone defensively, Mike Kabongo.
Kabongo's energy has been electric all night long.
Chongo. Panda struggles to keep it, and maybe a sign of nerves or tension there as Panda comes off the screen, just can't hold on that one.
You don't want to see back-to-back turnovers when you're a team who's trying to chip away at a 20-point lead.
Well, they played even in that second quarter at 20 points apiece. Well, what the Matero Magic will want to do, Prinsloo. And there's a last touch, so Kandulu as Ganapamo, who picked up 8 first half rebounds, is in between the trees, just forcing that one and holding the possession for the Tigers. Ganapamo makes the pass to Kabongo, is open, short. Preston there to clean up. Preston steps back, will try a 3 of his own. Just so much time, he makes it look easy sometimes.
He does indeed. When you're a 7-footer and you have that much time and space, makes it a little easier to knock it down.
Chongo. Leroy gets by Ganapamo, floats up with the left hand. Ganapamo will pick up the long rebound. He'll hold. Calls for Prinsloo. Kabongo, back to Prinsloo. Ganapamo's open. He shoots, scores!
Back-to-back made 3-point shots for the Cape Town Tigers.
Opening up this half pretty much the way they opened up the game. 54-27. Chongo driving. And there's a hand on it. And you see signs from the coaching staff, Vincent Tunja, of the Cape Town Tigers just egging on the troops.
And we've seen a change on the bench today.
Kandulu slips in too easy.
Yeah, Coach Boyson's not with the team today.
And here Kabongo. Looks on, and then referees is gonna have a quick one. So much happening here. 2 minutes in, it's Tigers basketball. Ganapamo across to Preston. Tries to use the Gabriel screen. 2 on him. Keeps it high. Prinsloo. The pass won't go to Ganapamo's hand and was falling, trying to make the turn pass.
The double teams for Matero Magic just causing a little bit of chaos for the Cape Town Tigers. And sometimes that's what you have to do to pick up steals and get turnovers, is just create chaos.
Wow. Matero Magic need a lot more chaos if they're going to try and fight their way back here. 20 minutes separating them from a trip back to Lusaka. Kandulu over Gabriel. Chongo's there on the rebound. Preston picks up another one. 2 on him. I'm not sure if they're going to give it to Ngoma or Chona.
It definitely looked like it was on Chona. He just got a little overzealous trying to get that rebound from the hands of Preston Jr.
Yep, certainly are, and that's the way that it goes. So Spoika and Ngoma. Second team foul, second foul for him. Prinsloo to Ganapamo. Drives in, kicks Preston. Splits to Kabongo to Prinsloo's hook, and won't go this time.
Just looked like Prinsloo wasn't expecting that pass.
Leroy hooks the pass round to Mawe. Now Kandulu going to try and work against Gabriel. The hook shot goes.
That was a tough shot of an outstretched Gabriel.
Ganapamo makes the extra pass. Gabriel can't hold it. It's tough to come in on the 3 fouls, so it just looks like Gabriel a step behind the play just at the moment. Leroy, shot over Gabriel, hits the 3.
Leroy not going down without a fight.
Not at all. Back within 20. Prinsloo steps back, feeds over to Ganapamo, who stepped out of bounds. And just on those bunch of turnovers and broken play, there's a timeout called now as 6 minutes left. It's the Cape Town Tigers 54, Magic from Matero out of Lusaka 34. Well, out of that timeout, teams playing even here in this third. Matero Magic with the basketball. Jalen Leroy. Ngoma. Mawe. Leroy steps to the side, waits for the challenge from Ganapamo and shorts. It's just that little hesitation might have caused that short of the jumper. Preston thunders one down, and
Preston Jr. going up against a lot of defense there.
Man, can he get up?
It's good to see the Cape Town Tigers switch some of that momentum coming out the timeout. And there we see Preston just going up and throwing it down.
Taking flight, and again, it's just a heads-up awareness play from Kabongo. Speeding it up, seeing the play, and making it easy. 15 points now for Billy Preston Jr. to lead all scorers. Chongo. Kabongo sees Ganapamo, couldn't get it back to the cutter. But who can score is Ngoma, so some interference called, so Ngoma will pick up the 2.
Yeah, Princey was just a little late there, and the ball was already going down.
Takes him to 8. Preston Jr. Prinsloo looking for Tembu. Last touch, Chongo. 9 seconds on the shot clock.
The feel of this Tigers team is just very different to what we saw the other night against the New Stars.
Kabongo continues to command from wherever he is. Still a delay here. All is sorted, and I sometimes wish we knew exactly what the technical officials are talking about. Kabongo. Ngoma. Chongo. Ngoma will set his feet and fire. Back iron.
That was a good screen there from Chonga just to give him some time and space to be able to get that shot up.
That's all a shooter needs, and I know Ngoma will be disappointed didn't get that one to fall. Back in, Miles and Dalama into the center of that magic zone. Kabongo, Ganapamo, driving. Couldn't get the layup.
Looked like there was a drop-off there to Samusa Tembu, but he chose to go for the layup.
Leroy's shot is back iron. Tembu can't hold it. It's Chongo hits it, and then a miscommunication between the two Magic players. This results in a play that we'll call unpretty.
It's a great way to describe it, Q.
.408 left in the third. Preston Jr. Harrington back in. Preston Jr. to Harrington. Drives. Looking for contact. They don't call it. 3 against 1. And it's to Chongo. But easy enough on that. 1 of 8 he was before that. So choke up 4 points to Chongo Chona.
And you see Matero Magic just pushing that defense up once again.
Kabongo crosses to Preston, pulls up. Chongo Chona cleans it. Leroy, there's numbers. And, well, they call the contact on that one.
Kabongo not happy with the call by the referee. You see him get his hand stuck in there and come away with the ball.
I don't know where we're going to call the contact on that one, and maybe he has a case. 56-38.
And you saw him there having a chat with the referee, just trying to make sure about what that call meant.
Well, it's only Kabongo second. And The Magic continue to shoot it at around 50% from the free throw line. Chona's shot will get the friendly roll, friendly bounce. Lead to 17. Preston Jr. Harrington. Kabongo. Kanapamo open on the baseline. Shooters gotta shoot.
They do indeed. And you love to see shooters make.
11 points for Evans Ganapamo. Also has 9 rebounds. Leroy throws it up. Nice pass to Chona.
Preston Jr. didn't do a good job of seeing the man behind him in that one. Just had his back turned away.
Kabongo, Preston Jr. fakes. Gonna get called for the travel. 2:39 left.
And Harrington heads to the bench and makes way for Ben Maybe.
Well, that's turnover number 18 for the Cape Town Tigers. Push foul called. Only the Tigers' first one in the quarter. Now on the baseline, Ngoma feeds. Ndalama, and last touch Ndalama. So I guess credit Tembu for the good defensive work. Preston Jr. checks out. Back in comes Daniel Peter Prinsloo. Also the team captain. Kabongo. Prinsloo fakes to Myberg. Kabongo.
He does really well to draw that foul.
He gets low, and it's ball movement into the baseline area, gets very low and then extends through, and we've seen those experienced plays is what we call them, just reacting to what the defense is giving. And you spoke about adapting to the referees. That's an adaptation.
Yeah, you know, it's really smart of a player like him to be able to adapt to what the referees are calling and draw fouls.
Now Kabongo fakes, sees Myberg. Will have to baby float the short, and he tried to just touch it in. Didn't work on that one. Ball swap.
We talked about those turnovers from the Tigers tonight, Q, and it's actually quite uncharacteristic of this team. They have 18 already when they only average 14.7.
I think a forced substitution on Smusam Tembu. I think there may be a bit of blood from what I saw, and sure he'll have that attended to. Leroy. The long bomb will go down, and Ngoma knocks one down.
Here come the Matero Magic.
Back within 15. Kabongo into the heart of the key. Calls for the offensive foul. Mike Kabongo.
And that will be his third personal.
And on the back of that foul, we'll have Letokonola Tulu check back in. Myberg guarding Mawe. Ngoma. Gabriel pushes, and that's his fourth.
You don't want to see that if you're the Tigers coaching staff. Gabriel picking up his fourth in the third quarter.
And not so clear from that angle, but there was a slight push just before the entry pass came. And Gabriel gonna have to go to the bench. Been a frustrating afternoon for Christopher Gabriel. Just 2 points. Been on the court for 11 minutes. Tembu back in. The turn is shot. Dalamak won't get it. Tulu, hounded, gets it away. Myberg ahead to Prinsloo. Prinsloo drives by, and Leroy had no option but to pick up that foul.
And as you see Peter Prinsloo there going downhill, Leroy just hacking him to make sure he has to go earn them at the line.
Call also marginal on the layup, but the referees ruled that illegal block, so it sends Peter Prinsloo back to that all-important charity stripe. Tigers have been there 16 times, 56%. They haven't been there yet in the third.
Not great free throw shooting from either of those teams tonight, both below that 60% mark.
Coming into this, Cape Town Tigers were shooting it at 70.3, 1 of 2 for Peter Prinsloo. More changes as Chongo and Leroy out. Kainda, Samungumbe. Samungumbe back in. Final minute of the third. Ngoma steps back, fires, that's short. Prinsloo on the board. Tulu. Ngoma's gonna come pick him up full. The screen from Tembu. Tulu out. Prinsloo fakes. Ganapamo. Time, space, and 3 more.
Ganapamo with his third 3 of the night.
14 Ganapamo points. The pass into Ndalama. Tembu's there to just deter the shot. .63 plays 44. Now the turn and shoot. Ndalama no good.
It took the Tigers a couple of tries to secure that rebound there.
Tulu drives in, kicks out. Prinsloo puts the ball on the floor. Will shoot with 4 seconds, nails the 3. Big time play by Peter Prinsloo. Just to take some of that Matero magic momentum away. And he closes out the quarter in style for the Cape Town Tigers. Been an outstanding game. That make takes Peter Prinsloo to 16 points. Steps to the side, pulls the jumper, nails it, and 66 plays 44 at the end of the third quarter. 1 more to go, 10 minutes away for both these teams. Fourth quarter just about to get underway as the Cape Town Tigers continued to hold on to a significant lead here and taking some momentum on the back of captain himself, Mr. Peter Prinsloo, 16 points. They've been red hot from the outside, 12 of 21, shooting at 57% from the outside. Preston back in, feeds Myberg. He'll catch, shoot. Preston there to clean up.
And it is not a regular occurrence, Q, to see a team shoot a better percentage from the three-point line than they are from the free throw line.
Well, some good work there by Kainda. He gets a touch on and just frustrates Preston a little bit. Kainda. Samungumbe drives in. Challenged. Myberg loses it into the hands of Kainda. The shot up and won't go for Samungumbe.
Mtembu on both those possessions just doing a great job of altering the shot from the Matero Magic.
Tulu gonna run the point for a while. Preston feeds in to Tulu, who kicks out. Prinsloo can't make it. Skying in is Billy Preston Jr. 17 now. Makulebai won't go. Dalama holds it and keeps it for the Magic. Samungumbe. Rebound, Cape Town Tigers. Tulu, Preston.
The pace of this game picking up once again.
Outside they go to Prinsloo. Extra pass to Myberg, who's open. Shoots and goes over. And that last touch letting Samungumbe down. Couldn't hold.
You think maybe the New Stars game was a wake-up call for these Cape Town Tigers?
Well, we've seen a difference, and I also think one of the biggest differences is the addition of Mike Kabongo.
Absolutely. The way that he controls and directs this team has been so impactful in today's game.
17, Billy Preston Jr. points, 16, Peter Prinsloo. On the other end, it's Leroy with 12. Gandula with 12 and Leroy with 12, Gandula with 8. Goma has 11. Prinsloo drives. Pass out to Preston. 2 seconds on the shot clock. He has to shoot. Back iron. And Tulu called for the touch foul.
That was a filthy move from Preston Jr.
Created the space and had the awareness to get the shot up just before, but it didn't go. Tulu. His first of this fourth quarter. Team's first and his second. Myberg gets a touch on. Tulu to Myberg. Looking for Prinsloo. They have numbers. And yep, they're going to call some interference on that one as Billy Preston Jr. gets a hand on the backboard and 2 more to the Matero Magic total.
The turnover struggles continue for the Cape Town Tigers. They now have 22.
Tulu. Preston. Stripped. Makulabai, great defensive work. Up and in. What a fantastic play.
And the Tigers want to talk it over, Q. They've called the timeout.
Well, here's the play from a little bit earlier that Peter Princeton knocking down the three. Yes, there's a timeout called here. 68-48 with 7:10 left. Tigers still up by 20. $7:10 left in the fourth quarter. All that separates us from this will essentially be for the second place in Group H1. New Star already confirmed as the group leaders, still undefeated. The team from this game will advance into the semifinals and take on Ferroviario de Beira. That game will happen tomorrow evening. Now it is Kabongo. Behind the back to Farao, who's back in. Kabongo drives, left-hand layup, rims out. Gabriel back in with his 4 fouls as well. Makulebai, right hand this time.
Through the trees there, getting past Miguel Farao and Peter Princeton.
Kanapamo, he's gonna try. Kabongo. The screen comes from Prinsloo. He had some time and space, and because he went low, they call the offensive foul. That's some good defensive work there by Lubinda.
Only the second on Prinsloo.
The momentum is just starting to shift a little bit, but .68 plays 50. In they go. Lovely little move, and that's Ndalama who just slips by the defense.
And they do a great job of attacking Stephen Gabriel. They know he's on 4 fouls. They know he's going to be cautious when playing defense. And so they go to his man.
There's a last push here by this Matero Magic team. Gabriel shot, forced wide. Kainda, Lubinda, Makulebai. Nice pass to Ndalama. 2 more. Makulebai.
And the Matero Magic are not going anywhere. They're in this till the very end.
Back they come. Kabongo calls for the high pick. Prinsloo off this pass. Black Iron. Last touch, Kainda, he can't hold, and that is a fortunate turn of events. Gabriel off. Samusa Mtembo back in.
I would hypothesize, Q, that substitution is so that they can have more defensive presence.
Preston, open. Mtembo was trying to anticipate that. Lubinda, Kainda. Samungumbwe, in he goes. 2 more. Matero Magic going on a run of their own.
They are chipping away at this Tigers lead.
Preston Jr. calling for it. 10-0 run right now. And there's another foul. 68 plays 56. It's going to be a tense last 4 minutes 4 minutes 43 seconds here at Wembley Arena.
What was once a 27-point lead is now at just 12.
Makulebai turns. There's a touch on from Ganapamo.
Nice hands by Evan Kanapamo to get that one away.
Well, let's run now at 12-0.
The Tigers desperately need to score to try and quail this momentum.
Preston Jr. Ndalama in front of him now. 7 seconds. Preston runs into trouble. It's taken away. Magic have numbers. Ndalama blows the layup. Kainda will take it out. Thinking about his options. Prinsloo steals. Big one here for Prinsloo. Slams it down.
Much needed scoring.
And just taking a knee. That ends the scoring run for now. But that play so crucial for Peter Prinsloo and the Tigers. The steal, the anticipation, and the thunderous dunk.
Samu Mgwambe just going to the floor there. It looked like in the previous play, he took some contact while they were tussling for the rebound.
Samu Mgwambe is now going to walk off. It's Chongo Chona back in. Makulebai has been fantastic. Chona there on the board, and he picks up the second chance opportunity and one. Again, this is all of the penetration from Makulebai. In he goes. The challenge from Prinsloo. Chona there to contest and also there to put it back in.
But the Tigers, they're just not locating the players and not boxing out, just jumping for the rebound.
Well, that one goes and back to 11. Almost a chance for Kainda to sell one there. Kabongo. Holds. Finds Preston. Preston kicks out to Ganapamo. Ganapamo catch, fire and hit. The assist to Preston. The ice cold blood in his veins to Ganapamo.
Evans Ganapamo now 4 of 6 from beyond the arc, having a scorching night.
It's been raining threes for the Cape Town Tigers. And here you see Preston kick out. Ganapamo ready to fire, and he rips the twine on that one. Timeout called. 73 plays 59. We've got 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in this one. It's a humdinger. .310 left, and if you thought this one was over, it certainly ain't. The Matero Magic going on a 12-point run, and Cape Town Tigers trying to keep them at bay. But it's all Makulebai. He was the main catalyst in what we saw in terms of a comeback. It was his scoring and also ball distribution that helped the Magic here down the stretch. Kainda fakes. Layup is going to go over. And a contact call right there. So Musa Mtembo raises his hand, and yes, they award the foul to him.
He picks up his third.
Just a little bit of contact there, yeah, for sure, and that is his third. Tigers now in the penalty, and so miraculously, I must call out that the Magic haven't committed a foul in this fourth and final quarter.
Big disparity in terms of the foul calls.
Augustine Kainda, his first points in the game, and it's a big one. He splits the free throws again. Chona Chongo, big offensive rebound. 11-point game.
Stopped being disciplined in terms of boxing out and getting rebounds.
Kabongo calling for the Preston screen. Preston, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Preston to Prinsloo. The shot clock winding down. He's got a fadeaway and fire. Missed it, everything. They keep it. So now they confer because it clearly was shot clock violation. The ball missing wide.
And so the officials just conferring with the table to rectify that one.
So they'll have to take it all the way back, and they reset the shot and game clock. So it's 2:28 left, 24 seconds left on the shot clock. 11-point game. Okulibai. Dalama. Samangumbe. Chona bundles into Kabongo, and that's a heads-up defensive play.
But man, oh man, Q, what was a lopsided rebounding affair in the first half has turned around in this one.
Chongo Chona got 12 points, 9 rebounds for Matero. He's been a warrior inside that paint. Kabongo drives, turns, assesses his options, sees Preston Jr. Stepping back, hits the jumper. That's a rhythm shot, big shot, needed shot for the Cape Town Tigers.
A much needed shot indeed.
Jalen Leroy blocked by Prinsloo. Now Kabongo up ahead. And Preston Jr. gonna get called for the travel.
He is frustrated and cannot believe it. And his reaction there gets him a technical foul.
As if we needed any more drama in this one. So technical foul gets awarded to Billy Preston Jr. We enter the final 90 seconds. Leroy gets that one. Score here, we'll see the Magic bring it back within 10 in the final 90 seconds.
And if you're Matero Magic, if you can score off this possession, it keeps hope alive that you can climb your way back.
Jalen Leroy off the screen, short. Chongo Chona is there to just tap that away, but it'll stay Cape Town Tigers basketball. Now there's a timeout called by the Cape Town Tigers. 75-63, 12-point game. Final 70 seconds here at Wembley Arena in downtown Johannesburg. Final 70 seconds for either one of these two teams.
Winner gets to come back tomorrow and do it all over again against B.A.L.
Kabongo and Spoika Ngoma just reads that one well. Kabongo to inbound. Preston Jr. dribbling, loses it just on the charge attempt. It's Ngoma. Chona is there. Tembu cleans up. Kabongo is going to try and hold. I know for sure. Take as much time off the clock as possible. Kabongo and the Magic have got a foul repeatedly now if they're gonna want to send the Tigers to the free throw line.
It's gonna be a tall task considering that that was just their second team foul in this quarter.
Kabongo is looking for Preston Jr., can't find him, but he finds him well enough to hold the possession. Ganapamo.
Well drawn up, out of bounds play from the Tigers.
They just didn't get the desired result, but at least they secured the possession, and then another foul. So they're gonna try something here again.
And Magic. This time it's Preston Jr. inbounding the ball.
They really have no choice but to foul. Foul comes quickly. Fourth team foul there. It'll be the side ball. 30 seconds left.
Peter Prinsloo receiving a warning from the referee.
There is going to be physical inside the paint. Ganapamo will hold. And Leroy makes the foul. Now an altercation between Ngoma and Kabongo. There is no love lost between these two club teams, I can tell you that much.
Kabongo's teammates just surrounding him there, trying to keep him away from continuing to engage.
Well, the 15th foul happens as Leroy fouls out on that one. Ganapamo to the free throw line. Almost willed that one in. Much better outing as far as Evans Ganapamo is concerned. 17 points, 10 rebounds. Billy Preston Jr. with his 19 and 7. and Daniel Peter Prunsler, 18 and 10. The shot up quickly. Kainda is challenged. Kainda, Kabongo right there. Kainda with the floater. Preston Jr. is fouled. And now with 7 seconds left, or rather 9 seconds left, he'll get a chance to go to the free throw line. This one, I think we can safely say, is done and dusted. So this will be the end of the road as far as the Matero Magic are concerned. Another foul out there. That's going to be the end of the afternoon, or rather of the evening for Spoika and Ngoma.
And the Cape Town Tigers live to fight another day. They are still in with a chance to head to the B.A.L.
They still have the business of the semifinals, and the teams that win tomorrow in those semifinals advance straight to the final, but also automatically pick up the 1 and 2 spots in the Division East, and then the 3rd, 4th place game will have ramifications as well. So all the teams still in with the shout. Another 20-piece for Mr. Fantastic. And they will dribble it out, will Matero Magic. And the Cape Town Tigers pick up the win and continue their journey in this Elite 16 in the road to the Basketball Africa League. As far as the Matero Magic are concerned, they came, they fought hard, and unfortunately for them, this is the end of the road. All credible, hard-working performances. Heart goes out to the fans of the Matero Magic. They won't be around anymore, but sure enough, Cape Town Tigers continue. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing you this one. So for myself, Quentin Denason,
and myself, Nompumelo Ramatsoha,
we will see you tomorrow, semi-finals here at Wembley. Kabongo!
Coast to coast.
The new star team, Kabongo. Sees Prinsloo, fades, doesn't go, and Gabriel's there to clean up.
Good job by Chris Gabriel to get...
Ganapamo picks up the rebound. Ganapamo in the open floor. Prinsloo catches and shoots in transition, hits.
Peter Prinsloo.
About it. Inside he goes. Kicks out. Prinsloo has so much time. Nails the jumper. Another long-range bomb.
Captain Peter Prinsloo came to play.
Thinking about his options. Gets it from Prinsloo. Drives in. Tulu, left hand.
Great job by Letlono Tolo to get to the...
Had the option on the outside, but went to draw the contact. And Letlono Tulu gets a touch on it. Strips Tulu. He feeds up. And Tulu on the rebound. Ganapamo's right back. And that's some good use of the body. But they call it illegal. Back out. Harrington drives in the extra pass. And on that one. Ganapamo off the pick. Hits the jumper.
To time those shots and send them back.
Tulu kicks to Myberg in the corner. Hits the three. Samungumwe goes to ground. Kainda is ahead of the play. Samungumwe, Makulepai, blocked. The feed goes to Gabriel. Kabongo is open. He makes the pass to Preston, who still has so much time. Even though the pass doesn't go to hand, he makes the three. in, Makulebai. Can't control. Kabongo. Speeding ahead. Throws up. Thrown down! In, Makulebai. Can't control. Kabongo. Speeding ahead. Throws up. Thrown down! Leroy back in for the Magic. Chongo. Now Kantulu on the other end. And that is nice. Chongo to Leroy. Leroy pulls the jumper and hits.
To see themselves still having a chance after tonight.
Kanapamo baseline jumper falling away, hits one by Kantulu, but Kanapamo is there to steal. Prinsloo fakes, shoots and hits another one. Red hot. Ngoma sees it opening. And yeah, Harrington just a tad late. A shot. That one no good. The pass ahead and easy one for Chona. Some work on the rotations there to get the steal. Preston inside out. Preston steps and skied high. Kandulu. Tembu with the touch. And
from the free throw line.
Kabongo feeds Harrington. Harrington drives. Contact and he can't. Back iron. Ngoma back the other way. Mawe drives and nice. That's Farao out to Harrington. Off the pull-up dribble. Knocks down the jumper. Final 5 seconds. Leroy. Free throw line extension and another foul.
Before someone has to go home.
Kabongo steals and converts on the easy two. Goes open. Short. Preston there to clean up. Preston steps back. Will try a three of his own. He'll hold. Calls for Prinsloo. Kabongo back to Prinsloo. Kanapamo's open. He shoots. Scores!
Back. A change on the bench today.
Kandulu slips in. Too easy. Pass round to Mawe. Now Kandulu going to try and work against Gabriel. The hook shot goes. Leroy. Shot over. Gabriel hits the three. Tomo in shorts. It's just that little hesitation might have caused that short of the jumper. Preston! To Harrington. Drives. Looking for contact. They don't call it. 3 against 1. And it's to Chongo. Chongo Chona cleans it. Leroy. There's numbers. And Harrington. Kabongo. Kanapamo open on the baseline. Kanapamo also has 9 rebounds. Leroy throws it up. Nice pass to Choroy. The long bomb will go down and Goma ahead to Prinsloo. Prinsloo drives by and Leroy Tulu out. Prinsloo fakes. Kanapamo time, space, and 3 more. Tulu drives in, kicks out. Prinsloo puts the ball on the floor. Will shoot with 4 seconds, nails the 3. Samungumbwe, in he goes. 2 more. Foul. 68 plays 56. It's going to be a tense last 4 minutes 45. Prinsloo steals. Big 1 year for Prinsloo. Slams it down. Okulibai. He's been fantastic. Chona. There on the... Preston kicks out to Ganapamo. Ganapamo catch, fire and hit. His first points in the game, and it's a big one. He splits the free throws again. Chona Chongo. Big offensive. Samangumbe. Chona bundles into Kabongo, assesses his options, sees Preston Jr. Stepping back, hits the jumper. That's
needed shot, indeed.
Jalen Leroy